This is Rob, co-host of the Xtreme Movie Show. The chin of the week we're discussing today is actor Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton got his start in stage plays and worked on a lot of TV shows with the BBC, but his real big breakthrough came in the late 60s with a movie called The Lion in Winter. The Lion in Winter was pretty famous for also being a launching point for Sir Anthony Hopkins, another fellow British actor. Timothy Dalton has a great chin that you end up seeing in a movie that came out in 1980, Flash Gordon, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But he's also known for being James Bond in a couple of films, License to Kill and The Living Daylights, but also more recently starred in a show called Penny Dreadful. For Timothy Dalton to have the length of career he has says a lot about how great he is as an actor. Flash Gordon, however, is the movie that most of us remember when we're young. Flash Gordon is a take on the old serials from the 30s, the comic strips, and this movie, instead of taking it seriously, they went full camp. You'll notice in here he plays Prince Baron, who ends up eventually at the end of the movie running all of the world, Mongo and Mingo City and whatnot. This movie is just a lot of fun. It's very campy. There's a lot of psychedelic effects in it. It's just completely 100% over the top, non-stop from start to finish. In many ways, it's one of the more premier comic book type movies that came out, and this movie came out in around 1980. Later on in the 80s, as it became very popular because of this, you got to see Timothy Dalton play, like I said, James Bond in two movies. A lot of people that are very big time Bond fans like myself consider Timothy Dalton to be one of the better ones due to the way he portrayed Bond. Very realistic, very gritty, a bit dark, brooding, and that classic British style that was very close to Ian Fleming's original characterization of Bond. A big departure from, say, Roger Moore or what would become Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig or whoever the next one's going to be. For the fact that he's been around forever, like I said, he's a very good actor. I'd encourage you to consider a lot of films that he's in, but the big one, if you want to watch it and have some fun, would be Flash Gordon. Actor Timothy Dalton, our chin of the week. As always, remember, stay extreme.